everybody, and welcome to day one of the social media challenge. So what is a social media content challenge? It is me helping you to get the right content on the social media platforms that you're using. So if you're watching this live, give me a hi. If you're watching this on a replay, give me a hashtag replay. So over the next 7 days, each morning, I'm going to go on live. Not sure on the times because I have got quite a busy week, but it will always be before 8 o'clock in the morning. So it will give you time to kind of sit down and think about your social media. If you've already planned your social media for this week, don't worry about it, because you can always implement it or make the changes with any suggestions that I make. But the idea is, or one of the biggest things is, people really struggle with what content to put on their social media. And the reason why they struggle is because they overthink it. Okay, and that is the main problem. They overthink what they're going to put on their social media. They think, oh, I don't know what to put on there. What are people going to think? Is anybody actually going to interact with it? And then you just don't bother doing it at all. So the idea is basically just to keep it really simple, and simple can be really effective. Morning, Lee. I hope you're well and had a lovely weekend. So some top tips for thinking about your social media. Plan ahead. Plan and think about what you're going to be doing. Use your diary. Okay, so depending on what platforms you use. So I've been asking a lot of people over the last couple of days in posts, what platforms do they use? So think about what message you want to get across in your social media content. So there's a couple of things that you can do. Write a list down of all your services and products that you offer or provide. It might be difficult if you offer hundreds and hundreds of products or more than a dozen, because that could take you a very long time. But think about your top products, your top 5 products, or think about your top 5 services, and then make sure you highlight those. Morning, Ashley. Hope you're well. And then make sure you're getting that message across as well, because this is the other thing that people really neglect to do with their social media content, is they forget to tell people what it is that they do and what products they offer. And if you don't get out there what it is that you do or what you have to offer people, how do they know to actually sign up or purchase from you? So you have to be consistent with what you're doing. And the reason why you need to do that is because there's a trust element when it comes to social media. People are not going to buy from you straight away, okay? They want to be able to build up trust. Morning, Helen, hope you're well. And they need to build that trust up over time. And it could be that someone will need to see something 20 to 40 times before they buy into it, which basically means that if you were only putting out one of your services once a week, it could take that person, you know, at least 3 months to kind of go, this person's genuine, this person knows what they're doing. But by actually having an all-round social media content package that you are going to put together yourself, that will actually build that trust a lot quicker, because people will see that you're putting your brand out there. So when I talk about your brand, look at your logo. You should all have a logo as a business. If you don't, get one put together. If you want some recommendations, I can give you 2 or 3 recommendations. You can go and speak to those people, see who you gel with. Look at the colours on your logo. Are your images on your social media content actually reflecting the colours in your logo? Are you bringing your brand through? Because this is what actually cements the trust in people as well. Because if they can see that you've actually invested in a logo, in a brand, and everything, then that starts to build up as well. Let me give you an example. If you see one of the things that I've seen a hell of a lot of on my social media at the moment is summer t-shirts and sandals, and they're all shops from China. Now they look amazing, they look fantastic, and I go on and I think, do you know what, I'd love that t-shirt, I'd love that dress, and I'd love that pair of sandals. What stops me from actually purchasing those items is because I actually don't know whether it's a real shop or whether it's a fake shop. I don't know if I'm going to hand over £50 to these people and whether I'm actually going to see my products, because I actually don't have any protection. And if I do have protection through my credit card or my bank account or my PayPal, oh my God, the ball ache to try and get the money back. It's just mostly not worth it. So I will go and have a look at their business page. I'll have a look for reviews. I'll have a look to see what other posts they've put on. I'll have a look in the comments to see if people have actually already purchased from them. So these are the things that I want to have a look at and make sure that these people are genuine. And that's what your audience are going to be doing as well. When we go to a restaurant, or the days when we used to be able to go to restaurants quite easily, we would look on TripAdvisor, or we'd ask a friend for a recommendation. If we were going on holiday, we would check the reviews out on TripAdvisor or the hotel reviews before we actually booked, because we want to know that we are putting our business, our money, our faith in people that we trust. And this is how you can do this through your social media. So each day, from today right up to Sunday, I'm going to be talking to you about your social media content. Now, one of the things I did last night was I put all of mine together. So here is my planner, okay, I've written down. So each platform has a different colour, and I literally have 2 posts going out on every single platform every single day. So I have a Facebook business page, I have this group, I have my LinkedIn account, I have my personal Facebook, which I use for both personal and business, I have my Instagram account, and then I've got my stories. So it's planned. I know exactly what it is that I'm doing. And the reason why I plan, because it makes life so much easier. Whether I put all my social media together in one space of time and do it all then, or whether I do it on a daily basis. This week I'm doing it on a daily basis because I'm going to be doing it with you guys. It means that by having a plan, it just makes it a lot easier. There's nothing worse than getting up in the morning and going, right, what am I going to put out on my social media today? No idea, don't know. What should I do? Oh, I don't know. I could do this, could do that. Oh, what's Auntie Jane going to think of that post? What if no one loves me and no one likes my post and no one comments on my post? What's going to happen? And then you just don't bother. Something really shiny takes your attention away and you just leave your social media. So plan. You don't have to stick to your plan, but it gives you an idea. And if you've written down all your services and your products, you can then blend those into your social media content as well. So I have 10 different social media products and services that I offer. So once every 2 weeks, something is going to get mentioned, and it's a priority on what's coming up. So if I've got a workshop coming up, so for example, Wednesday is my LinkedIn workshop, I can squeeze one more person in. So today I'm advertising that workshop. I'm launching something really exciting on Wednesday, so I'm going to be promoting that as well. But I've also got to make sure that I'm telling people about the content challenge and getting people in there at the last minute so that they can take advantage of increasing their social media. So they're the things that I'm doing today to get my social media content out. I use my diary, so I have a look through my diary, see what's going on from a personal perspective, because even though we run businesses, actually bringing some personal stuff through, especially on LinkedIn and your Facebook, will really open people's eyes up to trusting you and people getting to know you a lot better. So what would we do for Monday? So here's a couple of options. If you are really like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to put out today, stick with a motivational quote. Go and find a motivational quote. You can Google motivational quotes and you'll find one. Have a look through your phone. I bet you have saved a motivational screenshot at some point. If you are going to share a screenshot, can I just give you a top tip? If you've taken a screenshot on your phone, you'll have 2 black parts. You'll have your time and what network you're on and the battery at the top. Go in, edit those and crop it so that you're just showing the motivational quote. Go and have a look on Google. Find a motivational quote that suits you or suits your mood or suits today. I mean, the weather here is absolutely awful. How about if you use Canva? There's some great motivational quotes on Canva. And the great thing is with that, then you can go into Canva, and then if you've got your brand kit in there with your logo and your colours, you can easily change that quote to your own colour branding, and it really does stand out and it makes a massive difference. So start, if you want to do baby steps and be really really careful with what you want to do today, just put a motivational quote out. Now, if you're going to put an image out, you need to put word in with that as well. You can't just put a motivational quote out and expect people to engage. Nobody will engage in any post if there isn't word in. And the reason for that being is the social media platforms basically won't pick it up. They'll see you as being lazy. So you need to put word in. You need to put emojis with it. And how about hashtag Motivational Monday? So once you've got your motivational quote and it looks pretty, if you don't have the capacity to make it look branded like yours, don't worry, just share the screenshot or the image that you've actually downloaded or saved, and then put it on, put some word in with it. So you might want to put something like, look at, what are your plans for this week? What exciting is happening in your life this week? So think about things that can go with your motivational quote. Be positive though. Okay, that I know it sounds really strange, but there are some motivational quotes out there that can sound really negative and get people thinking negatively. So think about something that's going to be really inspiring and bring that through. And then put some word in with that. Morning, Mikey. And also add your emojis, add a bit of colour. Okay, the platforms love emojis, even on LinkedIn. So once you've got your post, where is it going to go? So it can go everywhere. So if you're only using Facebook and Instagram, there you go, you've got your post for today. If you're using LinkedIn, it's perfect on LinkedIn. If it's on Twitter, stick it on Twitter. Morning, Heidi. So your motivational quote can go absolutely anywhere. The next thing, if you are putting it on more than one platform, stagger the time. And this is going to be the same for the whole week. You're creating one post, one piece of content for the day that's going to go across all the platforms, and you're going to stagger. And when I say stagger, what you need to think about is, morning Jackie, I'm well, thank you, is think about your timings. So for me, yes, on some of my platforms, I've got 2 or 3 posts going out today. I know, I'm cramming it all in. I kind of sat there last night. Morning, Jenny. I sat there last night and I did my plan for 2 posts, and it's like, oh my God, I've got to mention this and I've got to do this and I need to do that. But that's fine. Don't worry. 1 post a day is perfect. And then you can build up, because you'll find that you'll actually start to get more content come through. Morning, Dee. One thing I will say to you though is, don't sit there and think, oh, I've got 5 posts to put out today. It's Monday. I'm going to stick all 5 posts out today, and then look at the rest of the week and go, I've got absolutely nothing for the rest of the week. Use those 5 posts from today and move them across for the rest of the week. Okay. Think about how you can bring them through on, Tuesday through to Friday. So when you have got your content, and if you use more than one platform, think about the timings. So just to give you an example, a post will normally go out in my group. So I'm doing this post here at 8 o'clock. I've got a post going out on my Facebook business page at 10 o'clock. That's promoting my content club. I've then got a post going out at 3, and there's a post going in here at 3, and then there's another post going in here and on my business page at 7:30 as well. I'll put a post out on LinkedIn normally about 10 o'clock, okay? And then there's going to be another one going out normally around 4 o'clock this afternoon. All of this information goes onto Twitter as well, but because Twitter moves a lot quicker, I can literally just shove anything on Twitter. Every 18 minutes you can put a tweet on Twitter. But with your social media content, you need to be leaving at least 4 to 5 hours gap, because you want that social media platform to work with your post and make sure that your post is getting that engagement, it's getting the reach, and you're actually giving that post that time. All right. Then on Instagram, I've got a post going out at 10. That's already scheduled to go. And then I've got a post that will go out normally around 6 o'clock, 7. I will more than likely either schedule that a bit later, or I'll do that organic natively. And then my stories, they tend to go on around 11 o'clock every single day, because they're a 24-hour thing. So they'll do those. So that's my day, okay? They're my posts for today. So once I've posted everything out, that's when you start getting really, really excited, because you're then thinking to yourself, who's going to like my post? Who's going to comment on my posts? Am I going to get any love? Am I going to get any interaction? So you're going to start getting notifications through. Please just take a step back and don't worry about what happens with your social media content once it goes out. Because if you have only just started posting, or you're new to a platform, it all takes time. But you've got to remember that social media is a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. There are lots and lots of pieces that basically bring the whole thing together. So you can't just be putting out posts. You've got to be interacting back with other people. You need to make sure that, I spoke on the video yesterday about your profiles being spot on. You need to make sure that you're connecting with people, because if you've got a Instagram account and you only have 100 people following you, then your reach isn't going to be huge. You've got to think on average you're going to reach around 15% of your audience on your social media. Okay, if you think about that, go and have a look and see how many people you're connected with on your social media. Then have a look and think, right, 15%, okay, that kind of gives me an idea. But the idea is as well about putting content out on a regular basis is no one size fits all with social media. There's no rhyme, there's no reason. Sometimes it can be the most bizarre thing. So you might put a post out and think, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. This is an amazing post. I've spent absolutely ages putting it together. The image is spot on, the wording's spot on. I've got my emojis in there. I've spaced out everything. You put it on Facebook and you're getting comments all day long. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Go and put it on LinkedIn. Absolute tumbleweed. That's nothing wrong with your post. It's just figuring out what your audience or the people that you're connected with want to see from you. But don't be afraid, just because that one post doesn't get any interaction, don't turn around and kind of go, do you know what, I'm not going to bother doing it anymore. I'm not putting another post out on LinkedIn. I'm just going to stick with Facebook. You need to keep on with it. And if you keep on at it for about a month and you are connecting with people and you're interacting with other people's posts, then it will start working for you. It really will. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your social media engagement. One of the things that I would suggest doing that really, really helps, and not only will it help you, but it will help other people. If you see someone's post on LinkedIn and you actually think, oh, do you know what, that's not a bad post, and they've got no comments, just take 2 seconds just to comment on their post. Help. Because by you commenting on that post, not only are you going to get yourself in front of that person and start building a relationship, because that person's really going to appreciate you, you're also going to help them get that post getting traction. And that might make a massive difference to their business. But then someone may do it to you as well. So it's about giving back, and that's what social media is all about. If you give a little, it will give back a lot. Now, what do you do when someone does comment on your post? You don't need to be sitting by your phone. So if you post something out in the next hour, you don't need to sit by your phone for the rest of the day, okay? Just get on with your day, get on with what you're doing, and just check in. If you want to check in every hour and see how it's going. But if anybody comments on your post, just reply back to them. Okay, whether it's with a thank you or whether it's with I'm great, how are you? Just think about what's appropriate for the reply with the comment. So if you're putting a motivational quote out, someone might put on there, oh my God, this is so me today. And then you might put out, yeah, I'm feeling the same way. That's why I thought it'd be really, really good to put out today. So again, you're building those relationships, but what you're then doing is you're then getting the social media platform to go, okay, this post is getting reach, it's getting engagement, we're going to help it, so we're going to start building it up a little bit more, and it starts to add layers. These are called the algorithms. I'm not going to go into algorithms because I'd be here all day, but if you are doing the small little things every single day with your social media, your algorithms are going to work for you. So think about what post you're going to put out. If you've got any ideas, or you're thinking, actually, I don't want to do a motivational quote, I've got a workshop to promote, or I've got a networking event that I'm going to, or I want to promote a product, feel free. It's your social media. You do whatever you want with it. Don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't post something on social media. But I am going to tell you that you can't do this on your social media. Try not to be political. try not to be controversial, and please don't be negative, because they will have a massive impact on you and your business. Now, when I say political or controversial, try and stay away from any fake news. Facebook have become absolutely incredible with fake news. They are shutting a lot of fake news down very, very quickly. Try not to get into a conversation or put a post out that's going to cause a conversation for some people to be yes and some people to be no, unless it's asking, do you put jam on first or cream on a scone? Okay, yes, that is a good post to have, and they work really, really well. And these are the things you need to try. What is going to work for you? Are you a tea and coffee person? Ketchup or brown sauce? Anything goes. You have just got to find what you are comfortable with and what works for you and what engages with you. Now, I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this a very, very long time. And when I say a long time, 5 years, okay? 5 years that I've learned what my audience want to see. 5 years I know what social media works and what doesn't. But every single day I'm learning, I'm doing new stuff, I'm testing the waters. So when I put a post out, I'm not just putting a post out just to kind of go, oh, here's a post. This is my social media content for today. I'm also kind of gauging to see what the audience want to see, and I'm playing around with it all the time, because the algorithms change, the social media platforms change, your contacts change all the time. So to give you an example, on Saturday on Facebook I put photos of my upcycled gin cupboard. God, it's gone really, really dark in here all of a sudden. I think we've got a storm coming, just bear with me. That's better, I've just moved my light. So I put my gin cupboard out on Facebook on Saturday. In fact, I've lost track of how many likes it's had. I think it's had over 300 likes. Amazing amount of comments. People are still commenting on it this morning, but that's because every time somebody comments, I go back in an hour later and I put a reply in. So that's then regenerating it out into the social media world. I put it on LinkedIn. It's absolute tumbleweed. Put it on Instagram. Again, absolutely going crazy. Put it on Twitter, going crazy. But I put it on LinkedIn. Now, was it for the fact that I put it on LinkedIn on a Saturday? Actually, I put it out yesterday. Was it the fact that I put it out Sunday morning when the weather was quite nice, people kind of getting back into going outdoors, doing things around the house? Was that just the fact that I actually put it out at the wrong time? Most probably. But that's fine, because I like to play around with times. It doesn't matter because it's on my timeline. It got some interaction, but not as much as what it would have on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. But I put it out on Saturday night on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. So again, if I'd have put it out on LinkedIn on a Saturday night, would that have got more engagement? If I'd have put it out last night, would it have got more engagement? Who knows? There is, as I said, there's no rhyme and there is no reason. And the problem is, if you kind of get stuck in a rut with your social media, you will just stay like this and your social media will be going like this and you won't be moving with the trend. So don't worry if you're kind of like, oh my God, I didn't do that at 8 o'clock. It needed to go at 8 o'clock. Don't worry, just do it later, because you've got to figure out when is a good time. Normally Fridays are not a good day for me for promoting something on LinkedIn or any other social media, because I'm business to business. So I tend to find, like me, come Friday, 11 o'clock, I'm done for the week. My weekend started. So a lot of other businesses are pretty much very much the same at the moment. So if I want to promote something, I need to make sure I'm doing it midweek. Thursday nights, absolutely fantastic for me. But you need to figure out what when your audience are watching. If you've got a Facebook business page and you've got an Instagram business page, you can look at your insights. Your insights will tell you when your audience are on, so you can get an idea. But I could tell one person, oh yeah, the best time is 8 o'clock, but that won't work for somebody else. So just go with it, just roll with it, just get that content out and leave a 4 or 5 hour gap in between your posts. So think about what content you're going to put out today. Let me know what you're thinking about putting out. If you're unsure, say, Sam, help, I don't know what to put out today. Don't feel I want to put a motivational quote. Tell me what's going on in your diary today. Tell me what you're up to. Let's see if we can work a quote in, let's see if we can work a content piece around that. But don't overthink it, please, guys. Okay, you don't need to do these amazing, don't need to be William Shakespeare. Okay, you don't need to do these amazing posts. Don't make them long. People don't want to read long social media posts. Well, I definitely don't either. I get bored. You've got a 3-second attention span when it comes to our social media. When it comes to social media posts, you've got 1 second. So make sure that image stands out. Your first line of your social media text stands out so that people are going to be drawn to it. And this is why we use emojis. This is why our first line is really, really important. So go and have a great day, everybody. Let me know how you get on with your social media posts for today. Pop any comments, let me know what your content you're putting out, put in the comments below so I can have a look, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. But we're starting off really, really easy today. You know, you almost be thinking, oh dear God, what's coming for the rest of the week? But we're starting off really easy today, and then for the rest of the week it's just going to just flow from there. But you're going to pick it up so quickly, and what you're going to be able to do is implement it week on, you know, week in, week out, going forward. And trust me, I do this for a dozen clients every single week. And if you imagine, if I had, I've got 12 different clients, all from different industries. I come up with all of their content day in, day out. They don't give me the content, I come up with it. And this is what I'm implementing for them. I'd love to, Jackie, but I'm not going out at the moment. So maybe later on in the year. But thank you very much for the offer. So don't think that you've got to be amazing. And the other thing, please, please don't see people's posts on social media and think, why is their post getting lots of engagement? Why is their post getting lots of comments? What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. You've just got to start being consistent and get that information out there, and start doing all the other bits as well, which I talk about in the group, is about you know, making connections, you interacting on other people's posts as well. It's all about little things, and it might be that you put a motivational quote out today and it reminds you of someone. And if you have someone that's close to you, or a close work friend, or a close connection on LinkedIn, you might want to tag a couple of them and just say, so say for example, I put a motivational quote out today. I might put a motivational quote out and go, have a great week. This quote reminded me of Jackie, Heidi, Jenny and Lee. Hope you have a lovely week, guys. And that's a fine, because you're showing people that you actually are thinking about somebody. And then because you're tagging that person, that's going to help, because they're going to see it. They're going to feel the love. They're going to be, oh, that's lovely. Thank you for thinking of me. And then hopefully they're going to comment on that post as well, or give it some interaction. So have a great day, everyone. You know where I am if you need me. If you want to put your content that you're putting out for today before you send it, if you want to put it all together and then send a screenshot, put it in here, let me know. But remember, if you put anything out, you can always edit it. All right, I'm not going to turn around there like a school teacher with a red pen and do lots of different things, but I will advise you and I will help you during this week, just like I do any other time. So have a fab week, everybody. And if you do know anybody that would like to take part of the challenge, please add them to the group. It's a free group. It's not becoming a membership group. So I don't do these challenges. So one thing I don't do with these challenges is I do not upsell. Okay, so a lot of people you'll see online that they're doing a social media challenge, content challenge, lead challenge. They get you into the group and then they will upsell. They're honest about that and they tell you they're then going to upsell. That's not what I do. Okay, this group is free. It will always be free. There's no membership. My advice to you is always free. It's up to you if you then want to go on and do all the things that I offer. But it's making sure that you are comfortable and doing what you need to do on your social media, and you're doing it in the right way. Because if you do it in the right way, you're going to help improve your business, and that's what this is all about. So have an amazing day, everyone. I'm now off to go and feed the kids. It's like feeding time at the zoo, and I shall catch you all later. Bye.